So today we are looking at the Artix Linux. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So I'm running it on a virtual machine, which is a VMware with 60 GB of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So usually the Linux distros will take up to 2 minutes to load up the desktop layouts in my PC. But let's wait and see how much of time it takes. Here's the desktop layout. It took just 1 minute to load up the desktop layout. So let's first change the display settings. Go to the settings, display, and let me change it to 1920 into 1080 with a 16:9 ratio. Click on apply, keep this configuration. Let me close this. So let's open the system monitor or the task manager to see how much of resources it consumes. So it's 865 MB and the CPU is around below 50%. And these are all the processes running right now, which are 352. So these are all the processes running right now. So let's check the about of the task manager. 1.5.7, this is the version. So let me put the task manager in the right side corner throughout the video. So again, this is not the latest release or the latest ISO file, but it is a weekly build. So it's obviously the latest release. So you don't have any release notes or anything like that. So usually the ISO files will be released every week. So this is a weekly build. So there is nothing new release notes. So let's open the internet browser. Let's go to the internet and let's open the web browser. So it should take maybe 15 to 20 seconds, but it's very quick. So usually Firefox will be taking almost 20 seconds in every Linux distro, but this is from the GNOME desktop. So these are all the URLs or the links which will open automatically when you use this Artix Linux. So here is the website, which is artixlinux.org. So there are plenty of links opened here. So let's first close all those. So about web 46.2. So the version you get is a 46.2. And I'm going to keep the task manager here so you can see all the changes. So here is the link of Gitia. So let me close this. Here is the main page. Almost 6 links page or the complete Artix main page, home, forum, all those things open. So let me close all those things and let's just keep the home page. Here is the distro page, distro watch. So let's scroll it down. So here is some of the information. If you want, you can go through all those things. So we want to download the ISO. Let's go to the download. Here are all the links, and here is the weekly ISO images. So these are all the stable or the official releases, which is 2023 8.13. So if you want weekly builds, you can go here and download. So if you want to choose the mirrors, I think there should be a mirrors here, official mirrors. Let's try to find. So here are all the ISO files. So I downloaded the XFCE SX, this one. So here are some other mirrors. You can just go to USA. Here is the link. So here are all the ISO files available. You can download from right here, which is XS6. And here is our downloads. Let me close it. So let me open the terminal. Let's make it bigger. Let's check the version. So 1.1.3. So let's type in INXI. So here is my CPU kernel storage. INXI-b. So here is the host. Let's try to change the color so you can see properly. Appearance, colors. Let me load the preset, which is a black and white. So distro is Artix Linux XFCE version 4.18.1. So I'm not going to read everything because it's going to make a video lengthy. So let's pause the video. If you want to read, you can just pause the video and read everything on your own. So let me type in another command, which is INXI-G. Here is the information. INXI-F. Let me type in neofetch. Here is the neofetch. pad/etc/issue. Let me type in INXI-SV8. So these are all the distro information. Almost everything is here, like graphics, Bluetooth, drives, networks, audio, and all those things. You can just pause the video and read everything. So everything is working fine. There is no lag or anything like that. As you can see, there is everything is working smoothly. And the CPU is almost under 30% and RAM is almost 1.8 GB. So let's go with the installer. Launch anyway. So you can choose the online and offline modes here. So let's choose the online first. I'm going to show you the offline mode also. So here is the installer. So the installer was opened quickly. There was no delay in that. So usually a lot of times in every Linux distro the installer will take up to 10 to 15 seconds, but it is pretty much quick. Even if it's testing or a weekly build, it's pretty much good. Artix Linux rolling. So let's click on OK. So here are languages available for the Artix Linux. After choosing the language, you can click on next. Choose your location. Here are some of the customization like system local settings and system. All the languages and all those things will be in the back and next. Keyboard. Here is the keyboard. Choose your keyboard. Init selection. OpenRC, init, S6. Choose whatever you want. Click on next. Here are the package selections: kernel, firmware, utilities, style, desktop. S6. Click on next. Here is the partitions. So usually I thought there will be some like a desktop environments and all those things, but you don't get anything like that. So you need to know how to install the Linux on the hard disk or a virtual disk. If you want, you can just check my older videos, or you can just check other channels videos which will make they will be having like a tutorials of how to install the Linux distro on the hard disk or virtual disk. So if you choose the RS disk, go with this all the options. There are plenty of options available. Or if you choose the manual partitioning, it's like basically dual booting these things. So if you want to encrypt system, you can encrypt your system by providing both the boxes with the same password. So here is the bootloader location. You can provide you can choose whatever you want. If you want to do not install a bootloader, you can choose this and do that later. It's clearly up to you. So after doing everything, click on next. Here you need to add username, password, all those things. So if you want to require a strong password, you can check this button and you need to type in the strong password. So it's going to say whether it's a strong or weak password. So let me quickly type all those things. Full name, login, and what is the name of the computer. You can provide the password, which should be same. It's shorter than 6 characters, so let's try 6. So the password fails the dictionary check because I typed in like a 1 to 6 numbers, so that's the reason. You need to provide the strong password and remember the password to write in something, or you can take a note in the phones. Click on next. Here is the summary, whatever you choose in the installation, in the previous installation steps. So here is the complete summary. So after clicking on install, it's going to take like a 5 to 10 minutes. If you have a good end PC, if you have low end PC, it should be more or less. It completely depends on the CPU and all those things. So let me close this thing and let's try the offline mode now. So we need to see what are the difference from the online and offline. So there are some of the packages and open unit or run it. So these are all the things which are almost same. So you get the welcome, location, keyboard, partitions, user, summary, install, finish. Let me show you the online one again. Execute, launch anyway. Let's choose the online. So the main difference is init selection and the package selection. That's it. There is nothing change in the online and offline. Usually there should be like a desktop environments options in other Arch-based Linux distros, but in the Artix Linux you don't get all those things. So let's see what are the applications we get or pre-installed with the Artix Linux. Let's see on the accessories. The basic XFCE applications. On the graphics, just the Restrito image viewer, internet, some basic things. Multimedia, you get the VLC media player and the office. So there is literally nothing in here which is pretty much good. For people who doesn't want bloatware or anything in their Linux distros, so you don't get any of these things in the Artix Linux. You just get the basic applications. There is nothing different from the Arch Linux. So you need to just install the XFCE desktop environment, almost pretty much same it will be. So it's better go with the Arch Linux because you can install any of the desktop environments if you want, or else you can just go with other Arch based Linux distros. But when you go with the Artix Linux, you get the XFCE desktop environment and some of the basic apps from the XFCE. So my final thoughts on this Linux distro is it's pretty much lightweight almost. It's not completely lightweight. It is consuming around like 2 GB. But you can't consider as a lightweight, but you can consider it as a middleweight maybe, because lightweight Linux distros are like which consumes under 1 GB. So you can say it as a middleweight like that. So the tuner file manager you get is a 4.18.10. So it's pretty much stable when using. There was no lag or anything like that. So everything is working fine. Even it's a weekly build, it is pretty much good. So I don't see any lag or anything like that. I don't feel any hiccups while moving or anything like that. As you can see, everything is working smoothly. So if you want to try it, you can try it on your own. So if you want to install it on your main disk or a hard disk, there is an official version, so you can go with that official version, which is from 2023. So but if you want to try it in the if you want to test it, you can try it in the virtual machine or like a live boot. It will be a good option. So try it for like a 5 to 6 days. Then if you want, you can download and install it in your main disk or a hard disk, main disk or a virtual disk, like that. Whatever you want, you can do that on your PC. So at the end of the video, the processors are around 378 and the memory is almost 2.2 GB. The main problem is why it is consuming 2.2 GB. Let's see what are all the processors running right now. Because we didn't open any of the applications, just the installation and the web browser. The web browser doesn't consume that much of resources, and installer doesn't consume that much of the applications. So just some basic apps consumes 2.2 GB. That's the main point here. I don't know why. So the people who have like a 1 GB of RAM, I don't think you should be considering this Linux distro. It's better to go with the lightweight Linux distros. So it's consuming 2.2 GB right now. So again, if you want to test it, you can test it. There are a lot of links, PDFs, all those things. And you don't get any bloatware, anything in this Linux distro, so that's pretty much good. But the RAM is almost 2.3 GB. That's the issue here. So if it was like a 1.4 GB, 1.5 GB, that will be a good, but it's almost 2.3 GB now. So you don't get even a lot of wallpapers. That's pretty good. So if you are a content creator, then you need to install all those things on your own. But if you like the minimalist Linux distro, you can just go with this Linux distro. And you should have at least a 4 GB of RAM in 2024 to run almost every Linux distro. And again, about the CPU, you need to have like at least i3 of 6th generation or 7th generation. But if you have a good of enough money, you can go with the 12th gen or the latest generation, which is 14th generation of i5 or i3. You can do that. And if you have like 8 GB or 4 GB of RAM, that will be enough for the almost every Linux distro. You can run up to like maybe you can use those Linux distro up to 4 or 5 years. So these are all the things you get in this Artix Linux. I'm going to end this video. So if you have any topic, do let me know in the comment section so we can make a video on it, because I'm almost covered everything and I ran out of all the topics, so that's the reason I'm asking. So there was no new releases in the Linux distro. I pretty much covered all those Linux Mint 22 Vilma and all the Open Mandriva, all the latest Linux distros. I already made a video. So right now I don't have any topic or anything like that. So if you want, you can just comment down all those. Do let me know in the comment section of whatever the new Linux distros or unknown Linux distros which I didn't make in my channel. I pretty much cover like a 3000 videos of every Linux distro. So if you have any topic, please let me know in the comment section. So I'm going to end the video because there is no release note or anything or any applications to try to make a stress test. Usually I open like a 15 to 20 applications which consumes resources, and we will see. I usually see all the applications open and I will switch the applications to see whether the Linux distro will handle that stress test, because it will be like try to test like a week day-to-day task. So that's the reason I will make the test. So the main objective of that test is like I'm trying to explain, properly can't explain right now what I'm trying to say here. So basically it is like what you call it, like I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, I don't know what I'm really talking because it's almost night. I'm totally tired. So it's like basically a day-to-day task, whether this Linux distro will handle that type of test. I'm trying to explain the specific thing, but I can't because I'm totally tired. I will end this video, and if it's I'm going to say that in the another video or maybe tomorrow's video. Again, this was the Linux issue of Artix Linux, so I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Let's try to go screen and end the video. So here is the logout screen, the Plasma Wayland XFCE session. Let's go with the Plasma Wayland and end the video. So the password should be Artix, I guess. Yes, it is. Password for the Artix live boot is the Artix. Just type in like a ARTIX. Sorry for starting because I'm totally tired. I played and I made a lot of videos, so that's the reason. So it is taking a bit of time here. Let's wait. It is still consuming a lot of time. So I already posted another video, so if you want to check that out, you can check that out in my channel, because I'll be posting 2 videos daily without missing. So if you want to check the Linux Mint videos of Wilma, there is already videos of Linux Mint Wilma, which is a 3 desktop environment, Cinnamon, Matte and XFCE. I made all those 3 videos. So it is still taking a lot of time to load up the Plasma. We didn't see anything, just the black screen. So there are plenty of desktop environments available separately. You can download the separate desktop environment from the Artix Linux, which is Cinnamon and XFCE. So I downloaded the XFCE desktop environment, so that's the reason I didn't get any of the other desktop environments in the installer. I forgot that because I'm totally tired, so that's the reason I remember right now. So as you can see, there is nothing loading here, so I think I'm going to end this video. It's just a black screen, there is nothing here, so I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.